Good morning. Today is day 2 of our abundance week, our financial abundance week. And yesterday we spoke about our beliefs and how important they are. And today we're going to speak about emotion. Now, we know that thoughts create our emotions, but our emotions can attract, or do attract, our thoughts as well. So it works both ways. So it's very important to stay in a high vibe and to honour and love yourself to attract financial abundance. Self-worth is connected very closely with the money that we tend to be able to attract. So if we've got issues with self-worth, it most likely will be reflected in money. Hello, Wendy. In money, but also in other areas of our lives too. Everything is so closely connected that it really does ripple out into every area. So we have to be in an abundant, high vibe state to attract high vibe abundance and to have a flow of money. Now, as we said yesterday, everything is energy. Energy is only powerful. Hello, Mandy. Energy is only powerful when it's moving. So it's really important to be aware of our emotional state, to claim happiness, to claim joy, to claim peace, to claim ease, and to expect it. And be so committed to ourselves and to those frequencies that when we notice that we're not in those states, that we change our focus. So I usually wake up of a morning, the first words that I utter from my conscious state are, "Hello, gorgeous," because that sets the tone for my day. I also claim that I expect something wonderful and miraculous to come my way, to let the universe surprise me in ways that are delicious. And that I don't just speak it, I feel it. So that raises my frequency as well. So where is your current set point? And what has it been attracting to you? Now, if you stay the same, you're going to keep attracting what you've got. So, it's very important to change your frequency to change your life. When you change your frequency, your emotions will change, and the thoughts that you're attracting will change, and the life that you see around you will be different. We can't upgrade our frequency and not upgrade our life. It's just how everything works. Hello, Teresa. Lovely to have you here too. So, just as we said yesterday, energy's only energy when it's moving. The car in the carport is just a chunk of metal till we turn it on. Our bodies are the same. We are frequency beings, we're spiritual beings, but we're also a body. And yes, it's energy too. But unless we move our body, energy tends to get stuck. And it can get stuck and block some of our chakras, but it can also get stuck in our joints, our elbows and our necks and our jaw. And it's a really good practice in the mornings to start your day with movement. And whether it's yoga or it's something gentle or whether it's going for a walk. But I usually start my day with a little shake. So I start at the top of my head. I get the neck, I get the voice, wriggle your shoulders, stretch back, move your spine, move your butt, shake out your legs and your ankles, do the same with your arms and your wrists. Really get that energy moving, because by doing that first thing in the morning, you're shifting all the energy that sat there last night, you're shifting all the energy that sat there that was left over from yesterday. So that is a really good practice. Laughing's an awesome energy raiser. You know, you don't need to have a reason to laugh. Laughing meditation. Laugh. You know, I warned my kids several years ago when they were still at home that if they heard me laughing in the shower that, you know, no, Mum was fine, not to race in, not to call the ambulance, just know that I'm shifting frequency. So laugh, you know, notice the little voice in your head, and if it starts to bring you down, laugh at it. Say, I caught you. You know, make fun of it, because as soon as you start to laugh, you shift your frequency, and those thoughts that were in your head, just, they're gone, you know, because you've shifted your vibrational set point. We don't have to constantly think about the money that we desire, that we know is coming, to attract it. As long as we're in those high vibe states, we're on the frequency of receiving everything that we want. So, you know, it's really important to make that commitment to yourself. Yes, today I choose to be happy, and I'm going to do absolutely everything in my power to maintain that happiness, because that's where my alignment is, and that's where everything that's delicious that I desire also is. That's where delivery happens. You know, we've placed our delivery when we see contrast, when we know what we want, when we ask for it, you know, and to be clear is awesome. You know, I would like $100,000, you know, by the 31st of August, you know. Be specific if you want. And, you know, if you want a lot of money, say, I would like 100,000 or more. Don't limit yourself. You know, I had a wonderful experience with Law of Attraction a few years back, and I was going through a really tough time financially, and I decided I wanted to go to the Human Evolution, Consciousness and Evolution conference that was happening in London. It was a 4-day conference. I knew a lot of the speakers, and I was excited to meet them, and I could see myself, picture myself in the audience, being part of the whole experience. And, you know, I found the event on Facebook, and I clicked liked, and I clicked going. And by clicking going, it meant that every time I went on Facebook, it came up. It told me that I was going. And all the details of the events come up. I could watch some of the speakers. And, you know, this went on for 2 weeks. And I felt like I knew I was going. I didn't think about how, because, you know, I was living off about $15 a week at the time. That was for food and for fuel for my car. But, you know, I just kept envisioning me in this seminar, just being there, nothing else. So I had no resistance. It was just a fun thing to do. Anyway, one night, it was a Wednesday night, I went to bed and I looked up at the ceiling and I said, you know what, I feel like I'm meant to be at this event. If that's the case, you make it happen. And that was all that I said, and I went to sleep. Now, on the Saturday, 3 days later, I went in to check my lottery tickets, and I won $8,000. And I actually won it on the Wednesday night. It was the Wednesday night's lottery ticket that had won it. And I went to Europe, of course. The first thing I did, even before the money came through, was to buy the seminar ticket. It was about $200, which was extremely cheap for a 4-day event. And yeah, everything just fell into place, one after the other, to allow me to get there. And, you know, this was only 6 or 8 weeks out from the event. So I knew I had to wait 4 to 6 weeks for my lottery winnings to be delivered, because back in those days, they actually sent a cheque. It didn't go straight into your account. So, you know, that was an awesome experience where, you know, my energy actually attracted that into my life. You know, there was no planning, there was no trying to organise how it was going to come. It was just a simply delicious, fun, playful, way that I brought it into being. And, that's what the universe loves. The universe loves play. It's about having fun. It's about being ourselves. It's about being in those high vibes. And it's about knowing and expecting. So, to attract money, we don't need to actually focus on the money. We need to have fun. And if we've got something specific we want to use that money for, then that's where we play with our mind. That's where we say, I'm going to take a trip to Europe with this. This is what I'm going to do. You can even go out and buy a luggage tag for your suitcase and use the intention when you buy the luggage tag. This is to put on my bag for Europe. You can put your name on it, put all your details, and know that that is what you're doing, and you're actually confirming to the universe, I intend to go. I've taken the first step. And it's amazing how things align to help you get there, to help it all come into being. Another fun way of moving energy is to align that movement with affirmation. Now, inside of our business group, we do what we call the money dance, which is simply, I love money and money loves me. So it's about doing a little jig. I love money and money loves me, and move yourself. The more you move, the better, because you're getting that energy moving. And what you're actually affirming is that you love money. And if you're loving money, you can't be resisting money at the same time. So it's really powerful. I love money and money loves me. I love money and money loves me. And if you've got others to do it with, even better. If you've got a partner that's willing to hold hands and jump about and be silly with you, or a friend, how fun is that? Maybe you've got kids that'll do it with you. It's lots of fun, and kids will always join in. Anything for a dance and a bit of a laugh. Tapping and affirmations is another way. I attract all the abundance I desire. It doesn't really matter where you tap, because tapping is about saying your affirmations, and it's about touching the body, because when you're touching the body, you're going into focus on those places in the body, and you're not thinking about, I love money. You're touching your body. You're not thinking about, oh yeah, but money is really hard to come by, or anything like that. You're actually focused on feeling, and that helps to bring that energy into the body. Yes, there are specific chakras on the body, and they're powerful to tap too. There's the karate chop point. I love money and money loves me. Money comes to me in ever increasing amounts, in ever so delicious ways. Money flows with ease and joy. Then you've got the eye, like in between your eyebrows. I love money and money loves me. There's another point on the side of the eye, and then under the eye, and then under the nose, and on the chin. Then there's these two little lumpy bits here. And then there's a point under your arm about where your bra would go if you're a woman. And then the top of your head. And by touching all of those points, you're actually activating the chakras. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you go or in what order you tap. But if you start with the hand and then go through the face and work down and around, it's easy to remember them all. And it's very, very powerful. So you can tap on releasing negative thoughts, and you can tap on creating new ones. Energy doesn't like a void. There's no such thing as a void. You can't clear a negative belief and leave a vacant space because more negativity will come in. So it's about replacing all negativity with positive belief. So, yeah, good night, Wendy. So, you know, you could start with, even though I haven't had a good relationship with money in the past, I love and honour myself. You know, even though money's been hard or difficult to attract, I love and honour myself. And then you can start to change them around, you know, and start tapping on the positive. And, you know, really end up on the positive, of course. Start with the negative, tap those out. Even though all of this has been going on, I love and accept myself, and then go to the positive. So, you know, those are all wonderful ways of raising our frequency and bringing in beliefs that support the financial abundance that we want. The other very simple way to shift our frequency is to come into the present now. A very simple exercise, and Eckhart Tolle speaks of it in The Power of Now. A lot of other teachers use it as well. But really just to become really present now. Hello, Sarah. It's just about really coming into your power. And Sarah is a yoga teacher, so she knows all about being in the present now. But just to soften your gaze, so, you know, you can close your eyes if you want, but if you just soften your gaze and just stop labelling. So we are seeing what's around us, but they're only shapes and colours. We're hearing what's around us, but it's just noise. And we go directly into the sensing, you know, into our body, and just sense the energy around you. You might notice a slight breeze or a coolness on your skin, but just really tune into the self. Just go deep into the sensing. And if you can just relax your vision, soften your gaze, and just really come into that present now of sensing, you'll start to feel the energy around you. It's like a hug. And what we focus on expands. So if you can actually focus on that energy around you, it will begin to expand. And the longer you can stay there, the stronger it'll be. And that energy is actually you. You know, our energy field goes out several metres all the way around us. And many of us are oblivious to it. When we're in fear or lack, we cut ourselves off from that present place. So it's really about coming into the present, letting go of thought, because it's thought that generally separates us, and straight into feeling where there is no resistance. And if you can sit in that space anywhere from just a couple of seconds to a couple of minutes to a few minutes, you know, even if it's only 5 seconds and you do it 10 or 12 times through the day, just pause for a few seconds and just feel. It's absolutely delicious, and it'll become second nature. You'll be able to feel it more and more and more, and really enjoy that energy. And it'll become so easy to get to that, you know, you'll notice that you're starting to lose your alignment, that you're starting to go into fear or lack, or someplace you're focusing that you don't want to be, and you can just drop the thought and pause in that moment of now, and it'll bring you back into those delicious vibrations, into that space of now. So that's about all I have for you today. So today was energy, yesterday was thought, and together, when we can be deliberate with our thought and deliberate with our emotions, with our frequency, that's when magic happens. So play with those exercises today. Continue to be aware of your thoughts. When you're having negative thoughts, use the elastic band on your wrist so that you snap yourself out of it, and find something to appreciate. Appreciation is another wonderful way to keep your energy high and to raise it. You know, we have so much to be grateful for in our life. You know, just because we're alive is reason enough. But all the delicious things that we have around us is reason to be grateful. You know, the air, fresh air to breathe, the sunshine, you know, the fact that we've got somewhere to sleep, that we've got clothes, we've got food, we've got eyes to see, and the ability to feel the energy. You know, it's beautiful. So have a beautiful day. Appreciate, love yourselves, choose happy, and we'll chat again tomorrow. Bye for now.